Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Obviously it's early morning now. Before I get on my travels, we've obviously playing on Wednesday. I kept saying Tuesday in all my games, in all my game reviews, but it's actually Tuesday. So we might as well preview Arsenal versus Brentford. We know the games are coming thick and fast, and it's going to be a challenge on all our squad in all positions. We're playing 2 games essentially in a week. I believe next week is actually, obviously we're in the cup competition, League Cup. But I do believe Europa League returns and Champions League and all them things return, not this week, next week. So regardless of what club you support, it's 2 games in a week minimum. Games are coming thick and fast. Fatigue and all of these things are going to pile up. And considering that pre-season was more or less just over a month or so ago, players are clearly fit, but they're not. I don't think players generally, on a general basis in the Premier League, are fit until 10 games or so into the season in terms of rhythm and things like that. So we've still got a long way to go. Brentford is not going to be an easy game. First and foremost, when you're playing, no disrespect to them, but sides smaller than yourselves, the first thing you've got to speak about is possible giant killing, the fearless approach. Because if you're Brentford, everybody expects you to lose this game, or nobody expects you to win it, essentially. We know the connotations with Arsenal and fancying playing Arsenal, all of them things. But if you're Brentford, you're going to be fearless. You're going to have a go, because these are the games, when the draw's made, you actually look forward to. They want the bigger teams. They want to go Old Trafford away, Emirates, Anfield. They want all of this. It doesn't matter if it's in the FA or the League Cup. This is what the smaller sides want. So we have to avoid them. I rate Brentford's philosophy. I rate their whole ethos as a club, from first team level down to B team. I don't think they have academies or so like that again. But yeah, forward thinking club. Whenever they sell players, they bring a like for like replacement in, keep floating. They're very good at getting players that are either on the cusp of first team at Premier League clubs, have been released, have had potential but not been given a chance to express it. Brentford have found a good home in that. You look at Sergio Canos. They've obviously got Josh De Silva now, former gunner, left in the summer. Yanaris, David Bentley, Daniel Bentley, sorry. And a couple former other players like that. So they've got a good pedigree. They're doing all right. I mean, I looked at their highlights. I believe in their last game in the Championship, they lost 3-1 to Derby. They actually took the lead in the first minute before, I believe, Wilson and 2 other people scored, and Derby walked away with the 3 points. So, and I did look at the statistics. I saw, have I even got it here? Have I got it written down? Yeah, they took more shots, they had more passes, they had more possession. They had 518 passes compared to Derby's 365. But most importantly, Derby walked away with the 3 points. So you can see some similarities between Derby and Arsenal of old. Possession, number of chances being created, good passes on the ball, creative. Everybody wants a touch. Very possession based and possession ethos led side, but might not walk away with 3 points more often than not. So that might be something to exploit. Maybe I don't watch them too often, but maybe they're similar to us. Playing out from the back could present issues, or overplaying. For me as well, their midfield, they might not be as talented as us, but midfield is a key area for me, purely because you look at, I believe his name is Alan Judge, high energy. He might not be the most blessed technically, but he's high energy, high demanding. Romain Sawyers, who's done very well from being released from West Bromwich Albion, built a career himself at champions level, doing his thing, and he's very much all action. So they will be committed in that game. You look at the likes of Niels Maupay, I hope I've said his name correctly. At the time of this vid, he's got 8 goals in 3 assists in as many games. He is 22 years of age. I do believe once upon a time he was highly rated and seen as a star possibly. So Brentford have done well to sign him at their level. So he's someone we've got to look out for. He's 22, so he could make the jump up. Ollie Watkins, similar, 4 goals and 2 assists. He's a decent player. Decent midfield player. I believe a couple Premier League clubs will have a look at him. Lower League Premier League clubs will have a look at him over the next season. So they're 2 players that could. These are a couple players that could present issues for us. They've obviously got Josh McGregor that used to play for in Chelsea. So they are clearly a possession-based side. Clearly a side comfortable with the ball, that likes to get the ball moving, that likes to play football, and they've got high caliber players to do that. So it's not going to be a rollover, and we need to really turn up. Like I said, they're a forward-thinking club. They play progressive football. They're all about progress on and off the field. Yeah, they might have lost, but I do believe they sit 7th. Forgive me, it might have changed after they've played, but there's only 5 points separating 14th and 1st, obviously excluding goal difference, so it is quite meaty in the Championship. So clearly their pedigree's there at this moment in time, if they're in and amongst the pack, essentially. So we'll see what they're saying. To be fair, we need to really just be on point in this game and just kind of silence any optimism they have within the first 10 minutes. In my opinion, the lineup's a tricky one. Oh wait, before I talk about the lineups, on top of their players, I really hope they play Rico Henry. He's a left back I really like, formerly of Warsaw, Brentford side them a couple of years ago. Has been unfortunate with injuries, and they've got Konza, young English international, under 21 international, formerly of Charlton. So they've got a good pedigree of players collectively. So it's not going to be easy. I must admit the lineup is a tricky one, people. I'm gonna go with Leno in goal. He didn't play against Thingy. He didn't play against Everton. And to be fair, Czech, I do believe that Unai Emery named a good side. You can't really have any problems with the side he named on Sunday. But you probably thought Leno was hard done by not getting another game. But Czech done his thing. So at least for cup competition, Leno's gonna go and goal for me. It's a bit of a tricky one because Socrates, I'm not too sure on the duration of his injury, but I'm going to go with centre half. I'm going to go with Rob Holding, and I'm going to go with Mustafi purely because Mavropanos is carrying some sort of injury. I don't know if he's back. Hopefully he is, but at this moment in time, I'm only going to deal with the players that are here. So I'm going to go with Holding and Mustafi. Right back is a tricky one. We've got Watford on Saturday to think about, but I'd probably go with Hector Bellerin because he got to rest in the last Europa League fixture. I'll go with Hector Bellerin. Allow Liechtenstein to play at left back so we can rest Monreal's legs. I know Kohler's back in full training, but it's too early, so that would be that. Midfield, I'm gonna go with actually El Nene. I'm gonna go with El Nene, Guendouzi, and I do think Emile Smith deserves to start, but I do think Joe Willock deserves to start as well. But I'm gonna go with Emile Smith in the 10 position, and then up front, I'm going with Eddie Nketiah, Lacazette, and Danny Welbeck. Hopefully that is the team. But that's the team I would roll with. So to recap, Leno, right back Bellerin, left back Liechtenstein, what's his face in Holding and Mustafi, centre halves. Midfield, we're going with El Nene, Guendouzi, and Emile Smith. Up front, Danny Welbeck, Nketiah, and Lacazette. I must admit, like I said, I do think Joe Willock's been very good in the under-23 since the season started. Probably deserves a start, to be fair with him. I want Emile Smith to start, but I don't know. I don't think he'll start, but I'd love to see young Saka included in the matchday squad just as a reward for his solid work since he's essentially been an under-16 player for us. If Amici was fit, I'd like to see him on the bench as well. Probably could afford a couple more youngsters on that bench too. But that would be my lineup. I'd look to obviously get Mavropanos in if he's fit, but I'm not too sure. I can only deal with the players that I know to the best of my knowledge can play. And I know he's been carrying a minor knock or so. Hopefully he's back, to which Holding and Mavropanos. But we'll see what he's saying, man. Eddie probably won't start, neither probably will Lacazette, but I'd love to see them both, man. Eddie's been on fire. If you look at the highlights against Liverpool, I believe they won 3 or 4-0, under 23s, doing his thing. Like, yeah, unlucky not to get off the bench in Europa League action, but he's on the cusp of the team, man, and you can probably bet Wells will get a run out, somewhat restricted to the sub-bench role in the Premier League. But yeah, man, we'll see what's happening. Obviously, I say Liechtenstein play at left back purely because Monreal's played quite a bit. He played against Everton. He played in the Europa League before the Everton game. Bellerin was on the bench in the Europa League, so we might, at least until people like Maitland-Niles and Kohler are fit, might have to be a bit tactical with them. Bellerin sat out. He played on Sunday. Obviously, the boys probably get Monday off, return to training on Tuesday. The match is on Wednesday, so by then everyone should have had a rest. But I'd probably play Bellerin. But there's not much more for me to say on this front, man. Guys, Arsenal versus Brentford, this is the preview. Thank you for watching, rocking, and sticking with me. It means a lot. Get in the comments, subscribe, like it for me, and do the rest, man. Thank you very much, and I love you guys. I'm out.